Good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you're well and have had a great week. It's a lovely Sunday sunny morning out there. It's going to be a great day. So let's start it right. Whatever you're doing this morning, listening and enjoy the great music and chat that I've got for you on today's show. Welcome to Brunch Time here on Solihull Radio.
Dedicate this song to little Junior Parker, a cousin of mine that's going on, but we'd like to kind of carry on in his name by saying, I don't know why I love you like I do, after all the changes that you put me through. Used all my money and my cigarettes, and I haven't seen how to have you yet. I wanna know, won't you tell me I love to stay? Take me to the river, wash me down, won't you cleanse my soul? Put my feet on the ground. I don't know why she treated me so bad. After all the things that we could have had, no,
And that was Al Green there kicking off the show today. Now, on the show, we have all types of music today. Some soul, some Motown, some bit of funk, rock and roll, and of course some up-to-date chart music for you as well. We'll talk about what's happening in Solihull and the surrounding area, your fundraising efforts. We'll also find out what's on, and Blast from the Past is back this week. 1969, it can only be 1969, couldn't it, with the moon landing? So what were you doing, and what sort of things were you up to? In fact, how old were you in 1969 when the moon landings happened? I'll also have some fascinating facts for you and much, much more. Now, just a reminder, guys, if you want to take part in the show or just have a request played, just give me a call on 0121 70 40 185. I won't put you on air unless you want to. That's 0121 70 40 185. Or text studio and your message to 82228. That's 82228, or email studio@solihullradio.com. There you go, guys. Come and get involved. You may like it.
Listen, boy, I don't want to see you let a good thing slip away. You know I don't like watching anybody make the same mistakes I made. She's a real nice girl and she's always there for you. But a nice girl wouldn't tell you what you should do. Oh, listen, boy, I'm sure that you think you got it all under control. You don't want somebody telling you the way to stay in someone's soul. You're a big boy now and you'll never let her go. But that's just the kind of thing she ought to know. Tell her about it. Tell her everything you feel. Give her every reason to accept that you're for real. Tell her about it. Tell her all your crazy dreams. Let her know you need her. Let her know how much she means. Listen, boy, it's not automatically a certain guarantee. To ensure yourself, you got to provide communication constantly. When you love someone, you're always insecure. And that's only one good way to reassure. Tell her about it. Let her know how much you care. When she can't be with you, tell her you wish you were there. Tell her about it every day before you leave. Pay her some attention, give her something to believe. 'Cause now and then she'll get to worrying, just because you have been spoken for so long. And though you may not have done anything, will that be a consolation when she's gone? Listen, boy, it's good information from a man who's made mistakes. Just a word or two that she gets from you could be the difference that it makes. She's a trusting soul, she's put her trust in you. But a girl like that won't tell you what you should do. Tell her about it, tell her everything you feel. Give her every reason to accept that you're for real. Tell her about it, tell her all your crazy dreams. Let her know you need her, let her know how much you mean. Tell her about it, tell her how you feel right now. Just tell her about it. The girl don't want to wait too long. You gotta tell her about it. Tell her now and you won't go wrong. You gotta tell her about it. Before it gets too late, you got to tell her about it. You know the girl don't want to wait. You got to tell her about it. You got to tell her about it.
When I hear your voice, I know I'm finally free. Every single word is perfect as it can be. And I need you with me. When you lift me up, I know that I'll never fall. I can speak to you by saying nothing at all. Every single time I find it harder to breathe, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me. I think I see your face in every place that I go. I try to hide it, but I know that it's gonna show. Every single night I find it harder to sleep, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me. Can I tell you something just between you and me? When I hear your voice, I know I'm finally free. Every single word is perfect as it can be, 'cause I need you here with me.
That was Marshmallow there. Strange name for a pop star, but there you go. Now, last Sunday, around 650 cyclists saddled up and took part in the annual Heart of England bike ride. More than £11,000 has been raised by Noel and Dorridge Lions, who organised the event, which started and finished at Packwood House. The money will be handed over to Solo Life Opportunities and Septic Trust UK and various other local charities. Riders had a choice of the 20-kilometre, 30-kilometre, 100-kilometre routes, which took them through the beautiful Warwickshire countryside. Organiser from the Lions, Paul Wheatley, said, "We were delighted to welcome so many riders again for the Heart of England bike ride. We believe we have raised close to £11,000 thanks to the generosity of the cyclists and sponsors alike. As well as thanking all the riders and helpers, I now have to thank the generous sponsors who enabled the Lions to tell riders that all their entry fees are going to the charity partners." So a big well done to all involved there, from the Lions who organised it to all you guys that did the actual ride itself, and from us here at Solihull Radio. Now I've got my first request today, and this just says, "This is for Steve from Aspire Scaffolding," and you know apparently what it all means.
When I was young, my father said, "Son, I have something to say." And what he told me I'll never forget until my dying day. He said, "Son, you are a bachelor boy, and that's the way to stay. Son, you be a bachelor boy until your dying day." When I was 16, I fell in love with a girl as sweet as can be. But I remember just in time what my daddy said to me. He said, "Son, you are a bachelor boy, and that's the way to stay. Son, you be your bachelor boy until your dying day." As time goes by, I probably will meet a girl and fall in love. Then I'll get married, have a wife and a child, and they'll be my turtle dove. But until then, I'll be your bachelor boy, and that's the way I'll stay. Happy to be your bachelor boy until my dying day. Yeah, I'll be your bachelor boy, and that's the way I'll stay. Yeah, yeah. Happy to be your bachelor boy until my dying day.
There you go, that was Bachelor Boy. I think they're trying to tell you something there, Steve. We've got another request now, and this is from Terry, who is down in Coventry. So this is for you, big man.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my girl. I've got so much heart in the bees in me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the tree. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my girl. I don't need no money for jack of fame. I've got all the riches, baby, one man to claim. Oh, yes, I do. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my girl. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day with my girl. I even got the month of May with my girl. So all I can think about, talking about my girl.
And there you go, that was the Temptations, and that was My Girl, and that was for Big Terry down there in Coventry. Now the countdown is on for the Star-Studded Music Festival Summerfest, which will bring musical delights to Tudor Grange Park in Solihull. The Vamps, Level 42 and the Proclaimers are just some of the acts that are already booked for this year's festival on the 27th and July the 27th and 28th. It's now in its fourth year, and thousands are expected to turn out for what is being dubbed one of the most popular music events of the summer by the organisers. Saturday, July the 27th includes Level 42, The Vamps, Heather Small, the voice of M People, of course. And they all had hits in the 90s, including Moving On Up, Search for a Hero, along with Miss Dynamite and Trevor Nelson. On Sunday the 28th of July, there'll be an array of 80s artists, including the Human League, the Proclaimers and Bad Manners. Sounds great fun, this does, guys. They'll be supported by the Queen tribute act Mercury. Gary Pease will be Rod Stewart, and local band Killglass and The Claws. This year there'll be a second stage, which will be hosted by Heidi Candy as part of their 20th anniversary tour, featuring Sandy Rivera, Stonebridge, Alison Limerick, Mark Doyle and Andy Norman. Terry Runcorn, who's the festival director, he said, come along and experience all the fun and excitement of a festival on your doorstep. It's fantastic to think we're now in our 4th year and becoming such a popular fixture in the local and wider music festival entertainment scene. We always try to ensure that there is something for everyone to enjoy, and this is promising to be our biggest and best Solihull Summerfest yet. VIP tickets are available and include entry to the VIP area and garden, a VIP bar, luxury toilets, that's always important at festivals, isn't it? And you will also have a gold circle access to the front of the stage. For more information, visit www.solihullsummerfest.co.uk. That's www.solihullsummerfest.co.uk, or go to the shop on the High Street in Solihull, which is right next door to Solihull Radio, as it happens. Right, the next song now is Rather Be, Clean Bandit, featuring Jess Glynn.
Replace the word enemy with friends. Leaders of the world, these rules can't bend. These are the message we are sent today.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. 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 We set out on a mission to find our inner peace, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. 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 When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. I'd rather be.
There you go, that was Jess Glynn, Clean Bandit there, Rather Be. No, I was chatting to a mate of mine in the pub the other night, and he was talking about Kim Weston. Now, Kim Weston was a sort of a solo Motown singer back in the 60s, and he said, can I play something? So here you go, Kev. I'm going to play this one for you then. Now, this is Take Me in Your Arms and Rock Me a Little While. Now, it was written by the premier Motown songwriting and production team of Holland Dozier Holland. Kim Weston recorded the song in 1965, and it peaked at number 4 on the R&B charts and number 50 on the Hot 100. So you go then, Kev. This is for you, mate.
Take me in your arms, hold me for a little while. Hey, baby, I know you're leaving me behind. I'm seeing you, darling, for the very last time. Show a little tenderness before you go. Please let me feel your embrace once more. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Oh, darling, rock me a little while. We all must feel heartache sometime. Right now, I'm feeling mine. I try my best to be strong. I'm not able. I'm like a helpless child left in a cradle. Let me know joy before I grieve. Just once more, darling, before you leave. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Oh, darling, rock me a little while. I'm losing you and my happiness. My life is over. I must confess, I'll never see your smiling face no more. I'll never hear your knock on my door. Before you leave me behind. Let me feel happy just one more time. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Oh, darling, rock me just a little while. I said I would beg, I said I would plead. Here I am, baby, I'm begging you, please, baby, please, take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Oh, darling, rock me a little while. Take me in your arms, rock me a little while. Oh, darling, rock me a
And then we've got, we're going to have a little bit of dire straits now, because I think this is what a lot of you are going to do now the kids are on. Have a little twist by the pool.
Sitting in a small cafe now, swinging to the cabaret. Wanna see a movie, taking a show now, meeting new people at the disco, yeah. Gonna be so neat, dance to the Eurobeat, yeah. Gonna be so cool, twisting by the pool, twisting by the pool, twisting by the pool. Yeah, twisting by the pool.
There you go. That was Twisting by the Pool. Stopped a bit sudden then, didn't it? Right, I've now got a request from our lovely Debbie Donnelly. You know, Debbie does a show on Friday evenings. She's very complimentary about my show. Thanks for that, Debbie. And she wants me to play the theme tune from Peaky Blinders. That's starting again soon, isn't it? And this is for her daughter, Jess. She's just completed phase 1 of NCS. She'd love you loads. And this is for you then, Jess. Oh, there you go. Peaky Blinders. And that was huge, Ash, from your mum. Well done on your exam results. Now then, what are we going to do next? Right, we're going back to 1968 now. And this is for Colin. And it reminds him of... he's just said it reminds him of quite a few things, actually, on my text. So here you go, Colin. This is for you. Build Me Up, Buttercup. The Foundations.
Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never thought, baby, when you say you will, but I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I am from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take any more. It's not you, you let me down again. Baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never thought, baby, when you say you will, but I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will, but I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I need you more than anyone, baby. You know that I have.
I think that was Build Me Up, Buttercup then. I got lost for a quarter minute. My computer started flickering. I wonder what was going on. Anyway, another great story from last week. A team of intrepid explorers took on the road and headed for Spain in honour of a much-loved father. Pat Dunn, Guy Todd, Nick Tatlow and Andrew Tatlow packed up the Volvo and travelled from Redditch to Benidorm to raise funds for Solihull Hospital's Haematology and Onconology Day Unit. The 1,400-mile trip took them from Redditch to Dover, Orléans, Toulouse, Tarragona and finally to Benidorm in just 4 days. The quartet set off in the sunset to honour Pat's dad, which was Martin Dunn. He was 75 and he's receiving pancreatic cancer treatment at the unit, which opened last year. Pat, who has a decorating business in Balsall Common, wanted to do something to say a special thank you to Miss Joyce Thompson, consultant medical oncologist, and a team at the unit who have cared for his dad. Pat said it was a long, hard slog because of the mileage involved. We're on the road almost constantly. Pat said his friends united on the trip because of what they were doing and what they were raising money for. Initially, they set out to raise £1,250, but once the funds were counted, Pat revealed they'd raised around £3,900. They even sold the car that they'd driven to help boost the coffers for the unit. Thanks to the incredible support of generous fundraisers like Pat and his friends, Solihull Hospital's charity is able to provide vital equipment and outstanding facilities to cancer patients at Solihull Hospital. Our mission is to go over and above to fund what the NHS cannot fund. This substantial donation will largely help patients stay at the hospital, making that a little bit easier. For more about the Haematology and Oncology Day Unit, or find out about fundraising, visit www.hospitalcharity.org/cancer centre. That's www.hospitalcharity.org/cancer centre, or call 0121 371 4852. There you go. Well done to the gang there for doing that. That was tremendous. I'm sure Solihull Hospital was very appreciative of what you've done. Now, this next one is for it's State of Independence. It's by Donna Summer, and this is for a good pal of mine, or pals of mine, both of them. It's for Michelle and Mickey, and this is for you.
State of life, may I live, may I love. Coming out the sky, I name
I'm tired of being the one who's always denied. Tired of being the one who has to cry. I go through life with my head hanging down, 'cause I don't have a man around. I'm a woman and that's no lie. You know I gotta be satisfied. There's somebody somewhere, I got to find me a lover. Yeah, 24 hours a day, I got to find me a lover. Who's mine in every way. Every man I get my hands on, just carrying another's heart. I try to be a real nice lady, 'cause I don't wanna tear 'em apart. I like to see the folks together, loving each other forever. All I'm trying to be now is don't stop getting me. I'm a woman and that's no lie. You know I gotta be satisfied. There's somebody somewhere, I got to find me a lover. Yeah, 24 hours a day, I got to find me a lover. Who's mine in every way. Got to find me a lover. You know I need me a lover. Sweet lover.
Solly Home Radio.
And you were listening to me, Reeves, here on Solihull Radio. Now, Blast from the Past is back, and this week it can only be one year, can't it? Really, in the past.
1969.
Yes, it's 1969, and of course, I think everyone in the world knows about it. Yesterday, the 20th of July, was the 50th anniversary of the moon landings, when Apollo 11 first landed humans on the moon. Commander Neil Armstrong and lunar module pilot Buzz Aldrin landed the Apollo lunar module Eagle on the 20th of July 1969. Armstrong became the first person to step onto the lunar surface. 6 hours later, on the 21st of July at 2:56, Aldrin joined him. They spent about 2.25 hours together outside of the spacecraft and collected 47.5 pounds of lunar material to bring back to Earth. Command Module pilot Michael Collins flew the Command Module Columbia alone in orbit while they were on the moon's surface. That must have been really lonely for him, you know. Armstrong and Aldrin spent 21.5 hours on the moon at a site they named Tranquility Base before rejoining Columbia in lunar orbit. So do you remember it? And what was you doing? Did you watch it on TV? Just give me a call on 0121 70 40 185. And again, I promise I won't put you on air unless you really want to. Or text the studio and your message to 82228 or email studio@solihullradio.com. Now, the number one song in the UK on the 20th of July 1969 was this from the Rolling Stones.
Tried to take me upstairs for a ride.
And there you go. That was Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones. And that stayed at number 1 for 5 weeks in 1969. So what else happened in 1969? Harold Wilson was Britain's Prime Minister. Charles Prince of Wales was invested with his title at Carnarvon Castle. The Rally Chopper bike, oh, do you remember that? The Rally Chopper children's wheelie bike was launched. God, we had some fun. I nearly broke my neck once on one of those. Well, that's another story. The new 7-sided 50p coin was introduced as a replacement for the old 10-shilling note. Robbie Knox Johnson, again, did something incredible. He became the first person to sail solo non-stop around the world. Quite a few thousand miles, that was. I haven't got the details of how far he went, but it's a long, long way. Now, also locally, completion of the Castlevale housing estate in Birmingham, which is the largest post-war housing estate in Britain. That was completed in 1969. The first B&Q DIY superstore was set up in Southampton by Richard Block and David Quayle. They went on and did really well, didn't they? The Beatles performed together for the final time on the rooftop of Apple Records. They also released what would be their final album, Abbey Road. Now, I can't really let today go, and with the moon landing and so on, without playing Starman, can I? So here you go. It's David Bowie, Starman.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, that is all he said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade. That weren't no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. To phone someone, so I picked on you. Oh, oh, hey, that's far out. So you heard him too. Oh, oh, switch on the TV. We may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in fight. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky.
There you go. That was Starman there, David Bowie. I couldn't resist playing that one. I've just had a request as well. He says, seeing as we're talking about the moon, how about playing this one? So I'm going to play that one, which is Whole of the Moon, and this is for Tony. This is for you, mate. The Waterboys, Whole of the Moon.
I pictured a rainbow
And there you go. That was Whole of the Moon there by the Water Boys. Now, that was our blast from the past, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it brought back some great memories for you as well. And if there's a particular year you'd like me to feature on the show, text studio on your message to 82228 or email studio@solihullradio.com. Now we have some more information from you now. Solihull Council are asking rail passengers for their views on the busy town centre train station and how it can be improved. Over the course of a 3-week-long engagement exercise, passengers have been asked to complete an online questionnaire about the current facilities and the use of the station. Council planners want to hear from passengers about their experiences as part of the final step towards developing an improvement plan for the station. First opened in 1852, Solihull Station links the town centre to key destinations such as Birmingham and London and serves around 2,500 passengers every day. How come they're always there? All of them are there when I go. A research suggests that this demand is only set to increase. A SNBC spokesman said this initiative will form a key part of the wider Solihull Connected Transport programme being overseen by the Council's UK Central Team, and follows on from the successful Town Centre Approach project. Cabinet member for Growth and Infrastructure and Delivery, Councillor Ted Richards, OBE, said, "We're really lucky to have such a busy and vibrant town centre here in Solihull. The ambition behind the Solihull Connected is to create a balanced investment in transport infrastructure. We know that the station is already operating into capacity, so this is about ensuring our station is fit for the future." So passengers are being encouraged to take part in an online questionnaire to give their views. This feedback will be used to help shape a number of preferred plans for the improvement and renovation works. Station users have until Friday the 26th of July to respond to the online survey, which can be found at www.solihull.gov.uk/Solihull-station-transport-hub. That's www.solihull.gov.uk/Solihull-station-transport-hub. So there you go. If you don't think that your opinion matters, do that. Go online, fill it in, and you'll see what it's all about, won't you? Now, this is a request now, and it's for the Portlock family out there in Redditch. This is for you guys. Love you lots.
For I knew what it was. Saw the bills on the table for your unrequited love. I would be nothing without you holding me up. Now I'm strong enough for both of us, both of us, both of us, both of us. I am a giant. Stand up on my shoulders. Tell me what you see. 'Cause I am a giant. We'll be breaking boulders underneath our feet. I am the giant. Oh, I am the giant. Don't hide your emotions. You can throw down your guard and feed from the notion. We can be who we are. You taught me something, yeah. Freedom is out. It was you taught me living it. Togetherness, togetherness, togetherness. I am a giant. Stand up on my shoulders. Tell me what you see. 'Cause I am a giant. We'll be breaking boulders underneath our feet. I am the giant. shake, throw it away in the dirt under me, yeah. I'm gonna shake, throw it away in the dirt under me, yeah. I'm gonna shake, throw it away in the dirt, yeah. I'm gonna shake, throw it away in the dirt, yeah. I'm gonna shake, throw it away in the dirt, yeah. I'm gonna shake, throw it away in the dirt.
And this is Just One Lifetime now, Sting and Shaggy.
Time has come, the world is set. Talk of many things. Shipping shoes and sealing wax. Of cabbages and kings. Life are the greatest gift given to humanity. Surround yourself with a lot of positive energy. You can't buy it even if you have bully for money. And that's why we spread love in the community. You could have be a small man or a celebrity. You could have live uptown or the inner city. We need a world full of peace and serenity. Sing, come sing out for everybody.
The time has come, as Shaggy said, to talk of many things. Of ships and shoes and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings. The planet's turned in retrograde, my moon seems to have fled. The world is spinning upside down and landed on its head. Just one lifetime, and there's only one.
And there is only one.
Yes, there's only one.
So there is only one.
Just one life to live.
One life to live, yeah.
Assuming that we'll make it, with no choice but to take it. I'm with you, the warrior said. We'll dress for heavy weather. Whatever's on the road ahead, we're in this now together. We thought we'd make a run for it, not knowing where we're headed. We packed the car with both our bags and filled her up unleaded. Just one lifetime,
One lifetime.
and there's only one.
And there is only one.
Yes, there's only one.
And there is only one.
Just one life to live.
One life to live, yeah.
Assuming that we'll make it, with no choice but to take it.
Come make we take a page out of the book of life. Let go negativity and do what's right. We no longer need to fuss or fight. Unite the world and show them what's right. This generation has set a new trend. Replace the word enemy with friends. Leaders of the world, these rules can't bend. These are the message we are sent to them.
The time had come, a reckoning. We all knew it was coming. We headed north on empty roads, the engine gently humming. The warrior smoked a cigarette. He claimed it was his last. No signs of life, no gas, no food, and all the empty towns we passed. So all we have is me and you. It has to be enough. I've got your back and you got mine. If they're going, it gets rough. Just one lifetime,
One life to live long.
and there's only one.
And there is only one.
Yes, there's only one.
And there is only one.
Just one life to live.
One life to live now.
Assuming that we'll make it, with no choice but to take it. The time has come, the warrior said, to talk of many things. Of ships and shoes and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings.
There you go, that was Sting and Shaggy there with Just One Lifetime. Now, I've got another request here, and this is for Misty, and it's Johnny Mathis, and this is for Graham and Charity over there in Solihull. So this is for you guys.
me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. Through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. Look at me.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it, eh? That's Misty Johnny Mathis. Now it's time for What's On in Solihull. So, what's on in Solihull? So, do you fancy a movie? Check out the Cineworld in Touchwood Centre, which has a full programme over the coming week, including The Lion King, Spider-Man Far From Home, Annabelle Comes Home, amongst many others. Cineworld is also offering a cut price deal for kids in their Movies for Juniors scheme, which features Paw Patrol Mighty Pups, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. For further information, check out the Cineworld website. And at the core, something for the kids here. Elmer the Patchwork Elephant Show is on at the Core Theatre, based on the classic children's book series by David McNee, the adapted stage by Susan Miller, with songs by Alison Leighton Brown. Elmer the Patchwork Elephant Show is a celebration of individuality and the power of laughter. Elephants, as everyone knows, are big, have trunks and are grey, but Elmer is a patchwork of brilliant colours. His fun-loving and cheerful personality keeps everyone in a playful mood until the day he decides to find out what it would be like to blend in with the herd. Elmer the Patchwork Elephant Show tells the tale of an elephant that stands out, both with his patchwork-coloured skin and his sense of humour, but who ultimately realises it's his unique characteristics that his friends truly value. The show's subtle message that it's always best to be yourself, combined with the vibrant colour and cheeky humour of all the main characters, makes Elmer a great show for children of all ages. Tickets cost £12.50 each, one free in a group of 10. Running time is 60 minutes with no interval. So recommended ages is 1 to 7 years of age. And that's Tuesday the 23rd of July at 2:30 and 4:30, and also Wednesday the 24th of July at 11 o'clock in the morning. To book, call the post off, call the box office on 0121 704 6962 or go to the Core Theatre website. Don't call the post office, call the box office on 0121 704 6962 or go to the Core Theatre website. And also at the Core Theatre on Friday the 2nd of August, Treasure Island. A chance to catch a fun show during the holidays as the talented young actors from Solihull Summer School course join performers from Catch-22 Productions. Sail the high seas in this classic tale, me hearties. Good family fun with the sea shanty songs and audience participation. The show lasts an hour and will include first-time young actors and performers in roles and the chorus working alongside actors in this interactive tale. The weeks-long intensive summer course at the Core Young Actor Studio is on sale now and is aimed at ages 8 to 16 years of age. No prior acting or singing experience is required. The course starts on Monday and finishes with this Friday show for parents and for the general public who would like a rollicking good tale to entertain the family. That's Friday the 2nd of August at 2:30. Tickets are £6. Now, to book or for details of the Young Actors course, call the box office on 0121 704 6962 or go to the Core Theatre website. So get the kids off their tablets and laptops this summer. There are lots of summer fun activities taking place at the Core. Family Art Workshop is Tuesday the 23rd of July, 9:30 to 12:30 in the Courtyard Gallery. Come along as a family and enjoy making art together. Parents, grandparents, caregivers and siblings are all invited to come along with a child and make some beautiful artwork. Topical Tuesday on Tuesday the 23rd at 1:30 and 4:30 in the Courtyard Gallery. Splash out with colour and create wild and wonderful art inspired by all things tropical. Different ideas and approaches every week. There's also the Art Lab, which is Thursday the 25th of July at 9:30 to 12:30 in the Courtyard Gallery. Art Lab is a perfect way to get creative and experiment with your art for ages 11 to 16. And of course, I've just mentioned the Young Actors Summer School, Monday the 29th of July to Friday the 2nd of August, 10:30 to 3:30 daily at the Core Theatre. Aspiring thespians can take part in our 5-day acting course led by professional actors from Catch-22 Productions. They're invited to explore their creativity, learn new skills and make new friends in this fun theatre workshop. And on Monday the 29th of July, 10:30 till 11:30 in the Core Theatre, the Story and Craft activity. Join us for some stories over the summer holidays, followed by a simple free craft activity aimed at 3 to 6 years of age. For further details of the fantastic summer activities, in addition to those I've mentioned, call the box office on 0121 704 6962 or go to the Core Theatre website. Now, tee off at Touchwood. Miniature golf is getting an urban twist at Touchwood as its first ever scrapyard golf course opens. The 9-hole Crazy Golf course launches on Saturday the 27th of July, offering guests a truly unique setting to show off their putting skills. It's located within the atrium. Groups can go for glory whilst immersed in a cool scrapyard theme, come rain or shine. There's no need to book in advance and only £5 each is the perfect option for a spontaneous family day out or an evening of entertainment with friends. What's more, Touchwood will donate £1 per person to Cure Leukemia, the centre's nominated charity. And while you're at it, why not visit one of Touchwood's new eateries? For those who want to spice up their life, Aisha's Indian Restaurant serves a range of award-winning Indian cuisine, whilst at Jamaica, diners can expect a range of gourmet grilled jerk and Jamaican fried chicken, as well as burgers and a variety of spicy sauces. Touchwood houses a variety of dining options in addition to some of the best UK and international brands, designer retailers and independent boutique style stores. For For further information, visit www.touchwoodsollyhall.co.uk, telephone 0121 709 6900, or follow Touchwood at Touchwood Tweets, or log on to www.facebook.com/Touchwood Solihull. And that ends our What's On for this week. We now have the number one in the charts at the moment, which is Ed Sheeran and Khalid. Beautiful People.
On a Saturday night in the summer, sundown and they all come out. Lamborghinis and they rented Hummers. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the one I love it. We're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, 'cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, you look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the wall, beautiful people. Champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. True for hours last night and we made it nowhere. Now I see stars in your eyes when we're halfway there. I'm not fazed by all the lights and flashy cameras. 'Cause with my arms around you, there's no need to care. We don't fit in well, we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation here. You look stunning here, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world, beautiful people. Champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. We are not beautiful.
There you go, those beautiful people there. And that was Ed Sheeran featuring Khalid. And that's number one at the moment in the UK charts. Okay then, now does your community group need more funds? What if they do? Listen up. Solihull Borough community groups are set to benefit nearly £200,000 in funding raised from new developments. Solihull Council is urging groups in 7 wards to bid for funding capital projects in their local area. Bids for these funds must be submitted by Friday, August the 16th. The funders come from the Community Infrastructure Levy, which is the CIL. The measure was introduced in 2010 and gives councils powers to make developers pay them a sum to invest in new services. The wards where funding is available are Dorridge and Hockley Heath, Knowle, Alton, Shirley East, Shirley South, Shirley West and Seal Hill. Cabinet members for Stronger Communities Councillor Alison Rolfe said, "This is a fantastic opportunity for local groups and organisations to get funds to invest in capital projects that will benefit their local community. So I urge all those community groups in the 7 wards to think about the bids they can submit and get them in before August the 16th. For those living in one of our parish town council areas, the CIL fund are distributed directly to those organisations. So if you have an idea, contact your local parish or town council. Funds from developers are either placed into ward pots, which will now be open to bids, or distributed directly to the 13 parish and town councils in the borough. Bids will be assessed by council officers and against a set of criteria agreed at the Cabinet held on the September the 24th. And a final decision will be taken by the Cabinet member at that time. So for further information about eligibility, sorry, I know you're all laughing now, aren't you? Especially you, Bob Mendonca. Further information about eligibility, go to www.solihull.government.uk/CIL. That's www.solihull.gov.uk/CIL. Now we have a request now, and this is for Steve and Eileen. And it's from Ken Booth, and it's Everything I Own.
You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm. You gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I ever knew is all the years I had with you, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my own, and I would give anything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know that won't let you go and taking it all for granted? You may lose them one day, someone takes them away, and you don't hear a word they say, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my own, and I would give anything I own just to have you back again, just to talk to you words again. If there's someone you know that won't let you go and taking it all for granted, you may lose them one day, someone takes them away, and you don't hear a word they say, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my own, and I would give anything I own just to have you back again, just to talk to you again, just to hold you once again, just to talk to you.
Solihull Radio.
Yes, you're listening to Solihull Radio with me, Reeves, here on Brunch Time on Sunday. Right, I now have another request, and this is for the Bobster, and it's from Lynn. This is for you.
Busy throwing hints that he keeps missing. Don't have to think about it. I wanna kiss and everything around it, but he's too distant. I wanna feel his body. I can't resist it. I know my hidden looks can be deceiving, but how obvious should a girl be? I was taken by the early conversation piece, and I really like the way that he respected me. I've been waiting patiently for him to come and get it. I wonder if he knows that he can see it and I'm with it. I knew I had my mind made up from the very beginning. Catch this opportunity so you and me could feel it. 'Cause if you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control. I'm busy showing him what he's been missing. I'm kinda showing off from his full attention. My sexy ass has got him in the new dimension. I'm ready to do something to relieve this mission. After waiting patiently for him to come and get it, he came on through and asked me if I wanted to get with it. I knew I had my mind made up from the very beginning. Won't miss this opportunity so you and me could feel it. 'Cause if you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control. If you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control. I've been dropping so many hints. You still not getting it. Now that you've heard everything I have to say, where are we gonna go from here? After waiting patiently for him to come and get it, he came on through and asked me if I wanted to get with it. I knew I had my mind made up from the very beginning. Won't miss this opportunity so you and me could feel it. 'Cause if you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control. If you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control. If you're ready for me, boy, you better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong idea and go. You're gonna miss the freak that.
And there you go, that was Pussycat Dolls there with Push the Button. Now, Solihull Moors. Oh, won't it be great to get the football season started again in a couple of weeks' time? I haven't mentioned Solihull Moors for months. Solihull Moors could be set for a trip north of the border during the 2019-20 campaign, after accepting an invitation to play in the Scottish Challenge Cup. That's right, the Scottish Challenge Cup. We're going to have a Solihull team in there. Tim Flower's men will head straight into the third round stage of the competition following their second place finish in the National League last season. With fourth place Wrexham, the next highest finisher after promoted Salford City, they are also taking part. So you're going to have Solihull Moors and Wrexham playing in the Scottish Challenge Cup. Interesting. So as of the 2018-19 season, clubs from the top tier of English non-league ladder began to participate in the competition, meaning the Scottish Challenge Cup is now contested by sides from all of the UK and Ireland. The competition plays host to clubs from Ladbrokes Premiership, League One and League Two, and the Scottish Highland and Lowland League, whilst two sides from the Welsh Premier League, Northern Ireland Football League, League of Ireland, Premier Division and the National League are invited to participate. So Moors are set for an exciting weekend on September the 7th or 8th, when they officially enter the competition, with a tantalising home tie, or better still, a unique away day awaiting them. Well, that'd be quite interesting, won't it? Solihull Moors versus Celtic. That'll be great. Okay. Now at number 17 on the charts, as we speak, we now have Kygo and Whitney Houston, Higher Love. Remember when Stevie Winwood did this one?
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring higher worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. I yearn it, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind and what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. Bring me a higher love. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. It's that higher love I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh.
Oh, that caught me out then, the way that ended. Right, okay then. Now, the future of the car is focus of a new exhibition at the British Motor Museum. The motor car has transformed travel across the world over the past 100 years, but times are changing fast. With its major contribution to the climate change, Coupled with rapidly moving developments in technology, the car of the future is set to be a very different vehicle. The Car, the Future and Me exhibition at the Gaydon Museum for the next 12 months explores what the future might look like. The exhibition looks back at the inventors of the first car, and some of which were powered by electricity, and their visions for the future. Visitors can discover what designers in the 20th century thought cars would look like in the 21st century, or whether their predictions have come true. The exhibition also explores the latest car technology, looking at how electric cars work and if they are the best solution for today's roads and travel, and the development of driverless cars and how connected shared transport systems they might be closer to reality than we think. Included are visions of the future from times past, such as the Triumph XL90, conceived in 1967 as a car of the year 2000, right up to the last Origo Pod Zero autonomous pod, which is built in nearby Coventry and is playing a crucial role in the first international trials of driverless vehicles. The exhibition also looks ahead, bringing together visions of designers, engineers and the general motorist. And visitors even get a chance to use their imagination and design what they see as the car of the future. Museum curator Stephen Lang said, "We are delighted to be hosting this thought-provoking exhibition, which I hope will spark debate amongst our visitors. Will there still be cars in 100 years' time? How will we drive them? Will we drive at all?" As the visitors journey through the exhibition, they'll be asked a series of questions about how they think the car might change in the future and how it may affect them. For example, do they like the idea of being a passenger in a fully automatic pod, and would they miss driving? And finally, they'll be asked to decide how they feel about the future, as it has many unknowns. Visit www.britishmotormuseum.co.uk for further details. That sounds a great, a really good exhibition, that does, doesn't it? With a lot of things going on, a lot of things that you can get involved with there. Right, it's 10 to 12. It's nearly time to go, but you're listening to
Solihull Radio.
Oh, we have a bit of Crosby, Stills and Nash now. Teach your children well.
Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know die. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you.
Yeah, Crosby, Stills and Nash there with Teach Your Children Well. I think that's we all need to do, don't we? Right, I'm afraid, guys, we have come to the end of my show. Some of you might be clapping and cheering there, but there you go. I didn't do a quiz this week. I'll bring it back next week. You've been listening to It's Brunch Time with me, Reeves, here on Solihull Radio. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I am going to sign out with a song today. Again, it's relating to the moon. And this is for Gary and Barbara Armstrong, and it's Ticket to the Moon, sung by ELO. Now, don't forget, if you want to advertise or publish any event or take part in the Love Shack, which again I'm going to bring back next week, please contact us here at www.solihullradio.com. You can listen online, you can listen with your smart speaker, you can listen on podcast. You can email studio@solihullradio.com, text studio and your message to 82228, or you can phone us on 0121 70 40 185. So there's lots of ways of getting in touch with us, isn't there? Right, well, all I can say now, guys, is thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate it. Have a great week ahead, and please stay safe. And I'll leave you with this thought. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results at all. Thank you for listening. Have a good week. Ta-da.
Remember the good old 1980s when things were so uncomplicated. I wish I could go back there again, and everything could be the same. I've got a ticket to the moon. I'll be leaving here any day soon. Yeah, I've got a ticket to the moon, but I'd rather see the sunrise in your eyes. Got a ticket to the moon. I'll be rising high above the earth so soon, and the tears I cry might turn into the rain that gently falls upon your window. You'll never know.